Hi everybody, it's Ms. Lorenz here. I'm going to talk about the 7th grade sections 4.1 and 4.2. Both of these sections have to do with algebraic expressions, and they have to do with using our properties of math to be able to simplify algebraic expressions. So the first one I want to review with you guys is the distributive property. I know you've seen the distributive property before. This comes up in 6th grade math as well, but really think about distributing as handing out. And so the distributive property is handing out or distributing across the other factors. So we have 6 multiplied by this whole factor, t minus 50. So we have to distribute that 6 across all those factors. 6 times t is 6t. And then we're going to subtract the next, which is 6 times 50, and we get 300. So a way that we would read this is 6 groups of t minus 50 is the same as 6 groups of t and 6 groups of 50 minus 6 groups of 50, which is 300. Okay, another property I know that you're familiar with, but we're going to review anyway, is the commutative property. Remember, commute means to move. And so this property is simply a property that tells us we can move things around when we add and when we multiply, and the value stays the same. So we use this property in an example like this. So we have negative 5x plus 2y plus 3x. I want to move the 2y and the 3x. I want to move those places so that I can more easily see that I can combine these like terms right here, the negative 5x plus 3x. And so I can just simply move those or commute those two parts of my equation. Now when I combine like terms, they're right next to each other. Negative 5x plus 3x, I get negative 2x and then plus 2y. All right, last I want to talk about the associative property. And we know that the word associate means to like sort of come together. So in the associative property, we bring the like terms together. Like in this example, we have 1/3 x plus the quantity 1/6 x plus y. So the associative property, because we're adding, this works again for addition and multiplication, because we're adding, it tells us that we can associate our 1/3 x plus our 1/6 x together. So we're going to associate those like terms. That's going to allow us to combine them. Of course, to do that, we have to think of 1/3 as 2/6. So then we're adding 2/6 x plus 1/6 x to get 3/6 x plus our y. All right, we're going to do one more example. In this example, we're going to talk about what properties we used to simplify it. So 3/4 n plus 8 plus 1/3 z. So we can't really simplify this, but we can rewrite it by associating the 3/4 n plus 8 and then adding the 1/3 z. So I just simply associated these two terms together. Another way I can rewrite this expression using the commutative property is I can simply just switch around the places that 8 and 3/4 n hold in the equation, and the value stays the same. So because I'm moving them around, I'm using the commutative property. What's important that you guys remember is that the commutative property and the associative property work with multiplication and addition only. You can't just move things around if you are working with subtraction or division. It changes the value of the equation. All right, thanks for listening.